What up, everybody, and welcome to this wonderful video. My name is Reynaldo, but you guys can call me Reynamations. And you are watching one of my many daily drawing videos. As you can see, if you've ever seen any of my previous drawing videos, I have like this outline for both my camera and for the video itself. Because I decided, you know what, you guys deserve the best. You guys have been loyal or haven't been loyal either one. They're just joining me. You guys should receive some sort of like nice sort of background so that the video itself looks more appetizing for your own taste. You know, you're all fancy people. Which reminds me, that is the theme for this Inktober drawing. We're gonna be doing fancy. As you can see, all the purple ones are the ones that we haven't done. All the red ones are the ones that we already got done. And the green one is the only one that we haven't gotten done that we're doing today. So let's get started with the fancy drawing. Fancy drawing. And for that, I'm just gonna be closing out of this. Make sure to clear out the layer that I'm in. As you can see, I already have the Inktober logo right here in the Autodesk sketchbook. It should say Autodesk Sketchbook Pro technically, but you know, it's sketchbook because that's the software I'm using, and I'm gonna be using this doing it the rough drawing thing in one layer and then adding another layer and then doing the basic pass with all the line work and everything like that within 15 minutes. I usually do all the rough first and then afterwards do the rough pass. Then move the layers above so you guys can see all the layers. Everything's the same. You can actually, sometimes it's better to just darken it a little, turn it to like an off gray, no, off white, but like towards gray area, so then it makes your eyes feel like the canvas is not so white. I think that's probably why they have this whole entire surrounding area. I'm not sure if you guys can see this areas outside the borders and stuff like that all being gray, everything around. So it makes you focus on the drawing instead of focusing on the fact that it's just gray. Okay, let's do something fancy. For today's drawing, I was thinking of like a nice man on with a suit or something like that. But I could probably do something else. I'm not 100% sure. I'm more than likely gonna be doing a very fancy person, and maybe someone with like a very sophisticated man with like some sort of cigar or something like that. I don't really think cigars are considered fancy, but you know, most people that have a lot of money tend to smoke cigars. Not fact, but you know that's usually how they get portrayed. You know, and we're kind of like the media in the sense that we also go with the stereotypes. Us people, us human beings, we go along with the stereotypes. So let's quickly do like a rough pose. Maybe I could either look one up or not. But what I did last time was go online and then look up references. So quickly just go to my search browser and then just look up Pinterest. And also, let me put my pen down for the meantime. Open up Pinterest, but I also want to have PureRef open. PureRef is a very well used software like program that is gonna help me have my references in the side. You want to have all your references in the side, and obviously I want to look up for something that looks kind of fancy. Those don't really look fancy. None of that looks fancy. That looks kind of cool, but I want to get like a nice pose. Maybe I'll look up fancy pose. Fancy pose. And then maybe we'll get some really cool results. I don't really think it's close. This kind of looks kind of fancy. Like the outfit. Let's see. This guy doesn't really look fancy. He just looks casual, which is not bad. It's not bad. This looks kind of fancy. I would never wear things like that, but it looks kind of cool. That looks like casual fancy. But should we draw a female instead of a man? I mean, we did the rat girl, so maybe this one should be a Ben. Why am I getting so many girl pictures? Fancy men. Okay, let's take this pose right here, and then we're gonna use that pose. Although you could take a pose like of a female, just letting you know. You could take any pose that you want, but I rather choose that. And then I'm gonna look up some sort of dresses, maybe not dresses but outfits. And then I'll look up fancy. That's fanny. Fancy suits. Excuse my spelling if I spell no, not sites. Suits. Outfits. Fit. Fancy outfit. That's better phrased. Fancy outfit. Fancy man outfit. Man outfits. And let's see. That seems kind of casual. This looks fancy. This definitely looks fancy. See, this outfit is actually, yeah, that looks like the same outfit that this guy's wearing. See, that's kind of stylish. This is also kind of stylish. I like this. I can use that. So now that we got a pose, I kind of don't like that pose anymore. I kind of like this casual pose that these people are doing right here. Maybe this one right here. This one looks nice. I think it's like a mannequin, but it could be a person. I'm gonna take that pose and then use this outfit instead. For sure, scale it up like that. Boom, and look around, and maybe I'll see some other pose. Maybe a very intense pose would be nice. Nah, I'll just stick with this kind of pose. No. Actually, lay back. Lay back sounds nice. Maybe I'll just backspace that. I'll pick this laid back one and then just throw it in there. So now we got this laid back pose with this outfit right here. I like this one, but I'm gonna stick with this. This too will be used as reference for the outfit. This will be used for the pose, and for the face, we can just do whatever face we want. It could be a very ugly face or a very good looking face. Technically, it's just supposed to fit the theme of fancy. You can even do the outfits like this. This looks kind of funny and fancy. Especially because it has shorts. I'm gonna put that aside. Okay, now we got our references. We just close out of that, go back to the sketchbook, and then we're gonna quickly sketch out a pose, and then we're gonna put that outfit afterwards. So let's get started with the pose. The pose is gonna be kind of like this triangle, not triangle, rectangle. If you think about the perspective of everything, let's see, the hand's gonna be kind of like, the body is more like that right here, and then it goes up like that, and then this hand is gonna be going this way, like that, and then downwards. Now, if you notice, the hand kind of gets wider up here. Not this wide, but wider, just a tiny bit wider. And then here it goes like that, normally. But this time around, it goes the opposite way, that. And then this one is just gonna be kind of like laid back. Maybe put like this. And you just, after you get like a basic pose that you want, you could just darken everything up. And for the silhouette, maybe the neck will be somewhere to be. Head will be somewhere up here, so ears, and maybe I'll find that jaw. Find the neck a little, make sure that the neck doesn't look too big. too wide. I mean, what else? Make sure to have that like this. Some hair to it. Leg is kind of be upwards like this. Right here, it does this sort of shape, and then cuts off like that. This leg is gonna be inwards like this, and then this leg is just gonna be cutting back and then pulling back, or just like that. And then this shoe is gonna be like this. This hand is gonna start off right here, and it's just gonna make a fist sort of shape, and something like that, and maybe block out some of it a little bit more, like that. We can take this and then just shade it all in if you wanted to. Really simple shading. Afterwards, we go and then do a very rough sketch over it all. I decided to, you know what, I need to scale this down because I can see the pose, but I also want to be able to tell what's going on with the head here. I want to be able to tell what's going on with the head. That's gonna be one of the center of attractions, the head. So the head's not really visible, then you got a problem, because most of the time people want to look at the face of the person that they're looking at, and whether the guy is good looking or not, at this point all that matters is the outfit and the general pose that he's doing. So and then this shoe is gonna be done right here. If you can tell, it kind of meets your camera. It meets the other shoe kind of right there. So maybe we can scale it down a little bit more, move it up, and then something like that. Now this leg kind of looks like it's too much, so probably erase a little bit off of it, pretend that the body's like that. This hand would be kind of like up here instead. We're refining the shape, and voila, we got like a decent drawing. That looks like a decent pose. Although this leg seems to be a little bit too far off this way, so I'm gonna quickly select it. It's gonna be kind of like that. Select all of this, move it over to the side, rotate it maybe, and voila. That seems to be about the right pose. Maybe take this portion right here, move it out a little bit more, rotate it too, so that it looks more like it's facing us. Maybe cut off a little bit of it and then press backspace. Voila. Yeah. And then I'm gonna take everything and move it up a little. I have no references of a head, but I'm gonna be using my my intellect to create a head for this character that we got right here. Maybe for the background, because I did everything in the wrong layer. I'll have like a fancy thing. Maybe he's moving back against some sort of pole. Not like this other guy right here is. Maybe this the corner and it just goes straight down that way. Pole. Again. Make sure everything looks nice. Sure. Have some sort of perspective going down that way. I'm gonna give the illusion of perspective by having mine going up with it. getting wider as they go torsos. Not getting the spacing getting wider as they go torsos. Let's see. It'll be right here, right there, right there, right there. Erase all of this. Yeah. Nice, bro. And just like that, we can also create a shadow for all of this. Really simple silhouette. Maybe turn down the opacity a little for it. Because we're not really gonna focus too much in the background. We're gonna focus on the suit, because that's gonna be the fancy aspects of it, and we're gonna focus on the gesture it has. I'm gonna turn down the opacity because that's not the important part. And then I'm gonna add another layer and zoom in a little. I'm not trying to go too much zoomed in because as soon as you get zoomed in, you kind of get like this thing, kind of like tunnel vision, where you stop focusing on the bigger picture and then you just focus on the small things. So now that I have that done, let's quickly sketch out. Let me get rid of this background so I can focus on the character itself. And afterwards, let's get started. For this, I'll have the timer. So I'm gonna click on the timer and then I'm just gonna press start. 15 minutes have started. Pretty sure you guys can see in the background. Sorry if it looks kind of dark. I'm not gonna zoom in too much, just letting you know. And then I'm just gonna be quickly roughing out a head shape from this. Maybe he has like nice hair. Kind of like curly. Like that, and then actually, let's not focus on the lines. We're just gonna be focusing on the outline of everything, just to get the point across. What's really happening here? The ears right here. Very rough shape. Sure, to get the idea of what the incline that happens here, like that, and then the incline that happens there, and like that. So then this will be where the eyes will be going. Here's going to be quickly sketching some eyes, maybe some kind of anime-ish eyes. Not too detailed though. I'm actually not going out of my way to fix up some of the mistakes that I see get done sometimes, because I'm not trying to go out of to go on a clean spree. Maybe this guy has a collar right here, like that, and then it connects right there, kind of like this. Does that sort of thing. Color spreads like that, and this. Which happens with a lot of the collars. Most of them nowadays are kind of like tighter to your neck, so you probably see that a lot where it's tighter and then it spreads out, and then it goes like that. Here, I'm gonna press shift and then put a tie down. Don't really care too much about this area, because if we're going along with the suit that we have here, it is gonna make a little fold right there, and right here it will kind of like cut off right there. Simple. Cut off right there. Simple. The suit will get buttoned down right here. Obviously wrinkle marks from where the buttons touch it. right here it will get split off, so keep that in mind. And then afterwards it will go going upwards, but right here it will get kind of cut off by this giant vest area that it has. So we kind of like this, and then that. Kind of like if you're making wings for it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just fixing up a lot of it. What else? Maybe fix up this line right here. That seems to be too folded outwards. Maybe this one is going lower, then goes out, and then goes in, like that. Kind of folds a little there, and then this kind of folds outwards. You see how the natural shadow kind of has its own shape to it, and then this gets bigger and then folds right there. Make sure to do the folds. And here it'll cut off, kind of like a palm suit. Because this is where the seams are at. Let's add folds right here. It's gonna be folded a lot, so the hand's going down. So if you look at a lot of shirts, you'll see that it folds a lot around here in this area. So make sure to give reference to all those folds. But you also want to make sure that it looks nice and smooth. Maybe right here it kind of goes around, and then that's where the pocket will be at. And the belt will be right there. And then right here it will kind of like buckle up. Maybe a little bit fold outwards, because this is where all of this is going to be colliding with one another. Maybe some folds there, some folds over here. Because his hand is folded, we can also assume that his vest is not going to go so far in, and his hand kind of comes out to there a little. And then it goes into the pocket. This hand is going to be kind of like this, kind of like a loose hand. But it's not going to be completely loose, because we're taking this fold right here. And if we study up on the hand, it's kind of like this, and that, and this. You kind of like block it out by doing lines sometimes, and then seeing where those fingers go to. And seeing if it fits, if it looks realistic enough. Maybe this person have a watch on, so we put the watch, and then wrinkles there. We got like 7 minutes, so we're trying to like quickly sketch out the shirt, the outfit and stuff. Keeping in mind that most of our drawing are about 15 minutes, or for me is I try to do the line work sometimes in 15 minutes. I'm starting to get the hang of doing this sort of thing, where instead of doing the whole entire drawing in 15 minutes, I do the line work only in the 15 minutes, and everything else I do in like a separate amount of time. This will be where the pants kind of split off. Maybe it does like a seam like that, right right here you can see that based upon the fact that the leg is up, the seam kind of like folds up right here, and then it goes down. The leg doesn't need to be this wide, it could be smaller. Right here it can cut off like that, and based upon the perspective, that means that it will be normally down here. Then this leg can cut off kind of like this. I'm also keeping in mind that normally I would go out of my way to do extra things to this, like for example, I would go out of my way to fix up a lot of the wrinkles and stuff like that, but I'm trying to like avoid all that because there's gonna be a lot of details. Maybe give reference to the wrinkles that come from the hand being in the pocket. What else? The pocket will also be extended outwards, so it kind of gives the illusion of pocket kind of being like that, and then going inwards like this. Big spacing there. The leg goes straight down like that, and then right here it kind of goes down this way because of gravity pulls it downwards. So like that. Maybe you get a little bit of socks showing. And then the shoe, back end of the shoe. You get like the nice shoe. Maybe the shoe has like this little tab right here, and very pointed tip. Round about the edges, maybe round about this back portion a little bit more because of the heel. It's certain things that you normally don't pay attention. It seems like the leg will have been normally lower, but I don't feel like having it that low. Maybe I should have it that low because that's technically more accurate to the drawing. This seems to be kind of like that. How far down is it? This is like halfway. Yep, that seems about accurate. All of this is gonna be shaded dark. I'm gonna be quickly shading that in, and then also shading this portion in. Really quick lines, not too detailed. And then right here is gonna have the socks kind of like laying to this side. The shoe right there, and then follow the same instructions. This leg is kind of like holding it, so it's kind of holding the whole entire body, so it's kind of doing this sort of thing. Not that high up, maybe kind of like if it points that one, and then right here will be the this will be that. What else? This got been a little bit higher, so I'm probably gonna erase this area right here, and then just move this leg a little bit higher to what I have it going. Just move it upwards like that. That's a little bit more proportionally correct, and just add the back and the heel portions of it, and maybe shoelaces if you wanted to. Okay, maybe this toe will be more like that. here, it would be the tip. That would be. I'm just fixing up some of the sketch. Now let's see. How does that look? Maybe I could adjust some of this drawing and, you know, select this portion right here, like what I did with the other one, and just bring it up so it has the right shading in the right spot. And yeah, just quickly select more shading, select more shading, move it around, rotate it if you need to. It won't actually make it darker, it'll keep it the same, because in reality, it's technically just darker, just dark, like black, just colored, different thing. So I do all the clothing the same shade, and then the face, I'll erase it all for this area. And I'll leave the hair dark. Voila. And now we got a character that has nice hair, nice hair. It has a tie, has a fancy suit, and you know, we can always add the background behind it and make this the shade slightly darker. But then take this background. Oh, love using V-Focus. That's the app that I'm using. Nah, I don't want to rate it. No thanks. And then what I could do is I'm gonna basically hide this layer. I'm gonna take this opacity, like color select this. I'm pressing Alt and then select that color. Right, right now it is that high. So what instead of, you know, going over this whole entire dark color, what I'm gonna do is just put this shade right here, and that's the shade that I want. That's the shade that I did not do all the line work in, and I'm gonna go over it, just darken it up again, and go over everything that I needed to go over. Okay, erase some of it, and now that everything's selected, maybe erase the hand area because the hand's visible. Try something like that. Yeah, that looks nice. Maybe darken up that area too. After I've done all the shading and everything, which is this technically overtime, just letting you guys know. This technically overtime. At this point, I'm just refining something. After I selected everything, and I like the results that I got. Heck, even for the hair, I like the results. If anything, I just refine some. Make sure that his hair looks proper. He done like he actually went to the hairstylist and got his hair done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be selecting this, and then just going to, and locking this all, going to the same brush, and then what I'm gonna do is, instead of erasing and color whatever areas, I want to be this other color. And I like the shoes kind of being like a slightly darker version of like the suit, or it could be lighter actually, because in this outfit that I have right here is lighter, so I could have this actually be lighter by bringing this and sliding it up. And I pick up this light color and add it right there, and then lock it again. So I'm gonna go for lighter, and then just put the shoes to be lighter, right? And then the outfit, I'm gonna go and press Alt, select this, and then I'm gonna color this whole entire outfit that color. Like even his socks are gonna be this color. So pretty much everything. You can actually take a bigger brush and do all this. I'm gonna do it really quickly, just quickly passing it over all of this. And seeing how it looks. It looks kind of like how it previously had looked. Maybe go to eraser, like I don't know, unlock it, make sure that the hand is kind of visible there. Go back to this, select this brighter color, lock it again, and I want to do the bright color in the inside of the shirt. So this portion right here, it's gonna be a bright color, like the brighter color. And then I'm just transitioning from one. Well, they're technically shades. Just letting you guys know, technically shades. So I'm just transitioning from one to the other, and then afterwards I just pick the darker and then just slightly put it lighter, maybe unlock it, put it right in between. So now it's we got dark, medium, and then I'm gonna pass this medium around some of the areas that are just dark and have some more light over it. You can even use this medium for some areas that you think that are separate from the rest. So you can pass it like that. And voila, you got like a completely different look. Maybe you go for a bright and then just pass it over some of it, of this other area. And it already gives it like a new vibe. Like it changes up the way that it looks. It kind of gives it like this glowish look to it. Like if you're doing lighting to it, and all you're technically doing is changing up the color by a tiny amount. Make sure it's locked so you're not technically stepping out of bounds. And you know, lighten up some spots like that, and it looks really nice and stunning. Erase some of the areas that you don't want to have this shade on. Because you don't necessarily need it everywhere, especially if you can avoid doing it outside the lines, then it makes it look a lot better. So now we have a fancy guy, and the best thing is that now we can put this background and we can make it with the opacity all the way up, and we could go above this background, put another layer, make sure to hide the background, and then what we're gonna do is just use whatever color we have. I'm just gonna pick a very light version of this, right, and then just lighten it up by a lot, and then I'm just gonna quickly pass it over the hand, right, and the skin. Now I'm only doing this because if I do this, it will technically keep this body from going behind and getting affected by the background. So now I can unhide this, and now the background's visible, so it's the character, and then their shadow, and then everything looks nice. And you can always go out of your way to improve on the background. Maybe go to the background and then just go completely dark, and then the background, the shading and everything like that is just gonna be straight up black, like dark, like that. And voila! It looks really nice. It looks really cool, and you can always take this and erase all of that. That's just gonna take the attention away, and yeah. Now we got a full-on sketch that I personally like. You get rid of all this area, so then you can read whatever is underneath it and call it a day. Thank you all for joining me for this wonderful video. If you did like it and you wanna subscribe and more, wow, I actually didn't think it was gonna be 40 minutes long. If you wanna press the like button, make sure to press it. If you dislike the video for any reason, like if you disliked it because it was 40 minutes long, you know, press a dislike. And if you want to comment down below, make sure to comment. So like if you have any thoughts in the video, then you know, you comment down below and I'll respond. I'll let you know. I don't want to sound defensive or anything like that. I'll talk back to you guys. I'll respond. And I'll read your comments if like in the next video if you guys would prefer that sort of thing. And yeah, thank you all for joining me and have a good one. Oh, by the way, latest video up here and my channel's over here. Bye. Didn't stop. Normally that stops the video.